What's going on, everyone? It's Sheena, aka Sheenapreneur, your favorite veteran. We're going to talk today about the 100% $0 way to get into government contracting. Now, hear me out. I know I always say, hey, you got to spend money to get money. I understand that that is like a stretch to say the $0 way, because if you know my story, you know I pretty much had $0. I asked for in advance. I used the little bit of savings that I had, and I was able to get my contract started. But really, there's ways that you can kind of do it without having any money. Oh, that sounds so scary for me to even say. But really, especially if like you have other, like you're a veteran, or you have other things that you can do in order to like get money back, or like at least borrow money, so at least at the onset you don't have to spend any money up front. So let's go through it real quick. I don't want this to be a long video because I don't want y'all fussing me out, right? So basically, you start your company. Let's say you're brand new, no company, no anything. Especially if you're a veteran, you can usually register your business for free through the Secretary of State, or you get a reimbursement. Also, if you don't have that money at all, you can borrow the money. It's usually anywhere between $50 and $500 to register your business in the state that you live, or wherever you want to register your business. So you can find a state that only charges $50, and you can get a registered agent in that local area. Now, you may have to pay for that, but then there's also ways that you can figure out a way to use a friend or family's address in that local area, so you can pay the cheapest price to register your business in that particular state. That shouldn't hold you back much from bidding on stuff in a state if you don't live in that state, or you want to bid on stuff throughout the country. So we're not getting into the legalities as much. I'm just giving you a way when you have no way, okay? We all know that you're registering for your EIN is 100% free, so there shouldn't be any issues there. Now, we're going to go between federal and local, and I might sprinkle a little corporate in there as well. But let's just talk about local, because, you know, local is my favorite, so we'll just go the local path, because we know registering with sam.gov and all the other things when it comes to federal contracting is 100% free. And on the local side, it's free-ish. There may be one or two little areas throughout the country where you have to pay to register for their local portals. Skip those. Go past those. Don't register in the ones that you have to pay. Plain and simple. I would want to say that in almost every state, there's going to be at least one or a couple or more portals where you don't have to pay. So let's just take the state of Texas, for example. I do believe that there are a couple of places within Texas or the state of Texas where you will have to pay in order to see the solicitations in general. If you can get around that, register for a different portal where it doesn't cost any money for you to look at the solicitation. So let's say you find one, and the state of Georgia is free. So let's just use the state of Georgia, for example. I register on the DOAS website, which is the State of Georgia Procurement. All you gotta do is go to Google, type in State of Georgia Procurement website, and then you'll find that you have to register a little bit of your business. If you already got your business by this point, then you register in the DOAS State of Georgia website, or whatever state you're in, or whatever state you want to look at, and then you put in the NAICS codes or the NIGP codes that are associated with your particular business, and now you're getting bids for free. Woo! Now, I will say there's going to be some business things mixed in there where, is it the best practice? Maybe not, but you're just trying to get stuff started. It's 100% zero way to get started, okay? So if you have a Gmail, we know that Gmail is like no for business, but look, you're trying to get started and you don't have time for all that. You don't have time to pay Google Workspace for the $15 per month or whatever it is to get started. You're like, Sheena, I got $0. Okay, cool. So then you register in there, and then also you have your email for your company to receive bid solicitations from the state of whatever, and they come to your email. So you got free email, and then you got the free bid solicitations coming to you, so you don't even have to look. So now you're saving your time for other things that you need to do to be getting this money, right? So then you get the solicitation of your dreams. It's something that is magical, something that you want to do. Let's just say it's motivational speaking. That's actually a contract. And it's something that you already do, something that you absolutely love, and all they're asking for is for you to provide them a proposal on how you're going to motivate these sixth graders. They're getting ready. Well, I guess in some states, you graduate elementary school in sixth grade, you graduate elementary school in fifth grade, but let's just, for sake of argument, say they graduate in sixth grade. So they want you to come in. You don't need to have any formal educational training. They just want someone who's a business owner to come and speak to these sixth graders, and all you gotta do is just give them a 30-minute speech saying, hey, you guys could be CEOs too. You don't have to just get a job or whatever the case may be, or get a job first, and then you can do exactly what I'm doing, which is motivational speaking. And then the agency wants you to provide a price, and then you provide the price, you submit the proposal, you print, you got a printer at home and you already have papers and you don't have to worry about paying for paper at FedEx, or it could be email. Let's hope it's email because then that's super, super free. And then you submit your proposal and then you get awarded, and all you got to do is show up and do this thing, send your invoice, and then boom, you've won your first contract. Let's give a hand for that. Let's give a hand for that because that's it. You got your first contract. You didn't really have to pay any money besides driving to the location and back, and then possibly having to pay a registered agent if you're registering your company in a different state, and maybe possibly registering your business for it within the Secretary of State, within the state that you're in. So that's a services way. So a product where I know people are like, well, how do you do it with products, Sheena? So it's going to be a little tricky. So I need you to follow me. I need you to listen. I need you to listen clearly. So all those things up into actually submitting for a proposal. So you register your business, you register with the state that you're in to receive the bid solicitation, you find the perfect thing. Let's just say it's 10 laptops to a school system. Sheena, where am I going to get these laptops from? You need to find out where you need to get the laptops from, whether it's from Dell, HP, or Tiger Direct, or I don't even know if Tiger Direct still exists, but these different companies that have where you can get the laptops from, whether it's straight up from the manufacturer, from the distributor, from someone, and then you register with them in order to be an authorized seller. So usually that's free. As far as I know, if I'm wrong, please leave it in the comments if it's not free. As far as I know, that's free to register. You just got to go through a few formalities in order to do that. And then you set up some sort of supplier credit with that supplier. So every supplier may not give you supplier credit, but if it's 10 laptops, let's just say each laptop is Chromebooks, $500, no more than $500 per laptop. So that's going to be $5,000, right? For these laptops. And you're like, I ain't got no money. No problem. Register for a supplier credit with a specific agency, and you may get lucky. It may not work. You always want to try to build up your credit before you need it, but let's just say you're brand new again and you want to register for a supplier credit with either a third-party agency or the agency that actually gives you the laptop. So then you do net 30 or net 45 terms. Typically, not every time. Typically, when you are providing something or a actual product to an agency, they're usually going to pay you pretty much right away. They usually have net 30 terms, but sometimes they'll pay you right away depending on what it is, depending on your negotiation with that agency. You found the proposal, you put the proposal together, you got your supplier, you got your supplier credit, your distributor, whomever, and they're able to work with you. Let's just say they say it's only 10 laptops, we can do net 45. I see that you have the awarded contract in hand, we'll work with you. So right now you haven't put in any money. All you've done is pick up the phone, send an email, filled out a proposal, submitted it, been awarded. Now you just have to get these laptops to the government agency or whomever, right? Whatever agency it is, local agency, government agency, and all. Usually one of the easier ways is to do it's not drop shipping, but like a drop shipping method where wherever it's coming from can go directly to where it's going, and you won't necessarily have to physically take ownership of it in your hands physically and then give it to the agency. It all depends on what it says in the solicitation, so be careful. And some people will just tell you, oh yeah, it's just like drop shipping, but be mindful that it might need to go to a specific person on a specific day. What if that distributor is used to just like Amazon and dropping stuff off on the front doorstep without anyone signing for it? And right now, at the recording of this video, we're in the middle of a huge storm in Georgia. So you don't want the company to just sit it outside and then school is closed. Actually, school is closed for the next few days here in Georgia. So it's delivered today, and then no one is back at school until Monday. And those computers, no matter how much tarp or plastic you put on there, it's going to eventually seep through and damage that property. So you want to be in control of it some sort of way. Meet with the distributor, the supplier, or whoever's delivering the packages. Meet with them at the location at the very least. So you're like, oh my goodness, there's no one here. I didn't know school was closed. Let me take possession of these 10 laptops to make sure that there's no issues and that they're not going to be sitting out for the whole entire weekend, or someone could steal them. Anything can happen, right? So that's a way to make sure you maintain your actual product that you're delivering to the agency, because the agency is looking at you. They're not looking at the company that's providing the laptops. They know that you're not actually, they're probably not the person or the company that is making these laptops from scratch, but you said that you can deliver them, and you can deliver them without them being damaged, and then you have a contingency plan if they are damaged. If they are damaged, then that means it comes out of your pocket, not anyone else's, okay? Unless it's something to do with the distributor. But nonetheless, that is 100% zero way in order to get a product. Now, it's not all going to be created equal. Some companies that you're buying the product from wants a deposit. They want to do net 15 terms, but you have to negotiate how that term is going to work. So with that, you get the product, whether it's being quote unquote drop shipped, or you take possession and then you redistribute it to the agency. You haven't paid any money out yet. Lucky you haven't paid any money out yet. And then let's just say that the agency wants to just get this off of their books, and they go ahead and pay you within a week, pay you within 2 weeks, because they received the product, you sent the invoice, and they want to pay you as soon as possible. And then you've already worked out a net 30 or a net 45 payout back to wherever the laptops came from, and you haven't paid any money. Look at you. Easy. Of course, it's not easy, but this is like a really, really down and dirty quick way of starting with $0. So keep that in mind when you want to just like get started. You want to do at least path of resistance. I always say is local contracting. So I gave you the services example, and they're gonna vary. I gave you the products example. So just go out there, continue to try to bid, continue to stay the course, continue to be motivated and dedicated to this government contracting world, because it's fun over here. So remember that my GovConNOW course teaches you about federal contracting, local contracting, and corporate contracting. I have a section for my veterans, and also my veterans get a forever discount. So you just email me and say, Sheena, I'm a veteran, here's my credentials, give me my discount. You can do that at any point, and you'll get access to the course. And you have forever access. Everyone has forever access to the course, and you have access to me, my past performance, and my team of my actual company, Foresight Industries. Also, make sure you sign up for the GovCon Moneymakers group, which is 100% free, where we share stories, share wins, and also people are having meetups in their respective locations. So until next time, it is your favorite veteran.